Welcome back to another episode of Mean Girl Pod.
2024, which Jordan calls 2021, 2023, like all these other years, but it's, it's actually 2024.
Well, we were training today.
We train to, are we in Connecticut? Danbury, Connecticut?
Yeah.
Where's The Office filmed?
Oh my God. The Office is filmed in...
It sounds like Danbury.
It's not Danbury, but it sounds like Danbury. I'm gonna look it up right now.
The whole time I'm like, Danbury, and I'm like, and I never watched The Office, but it feels like The Office. Something Berry.
Yeah, it's...
All the listeners, they're saying it in their head. They're like yelling at us. We know, hold on. Salisbury?
Dunder Mifflin. I don't know. Scranton.
Danbury? That's not Danbury. Doesn't it sound like some movie or something is filmed?
It does.
I don't know what it is. Happy 2024.
I'm shocked that it's 2024.
I'm so excited about it.
How was your Christmas? How was your New Year?
Well, my New Year's great. So excited to be here, present in this year. My Christmas was so, I don't know when we're going to get into it, but I didn't go home for Christmas.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that.
Going to get into that in the fourth quarter. But I'll say,
stick around.
Stick around. I feel light, bright, and airy. How do you feel?
Oh, I love that. I also feel pretty light, bright, and airy. Kind of bloated, bright, and airy because I'm getting my period.
Yeah, I'm actually tired as fuck and don't feel very light, but whatever.
I went to bed at 8 last night. Alex texted me at 1 something. She goes, I wish I was in bed.
Dude, but speaking of that, my screen time is 0 right now.
That's good though.
It's so nice.
I'm definitely in a creative slump. So my screen time has gone down because I try to make a video and I'm like, it's just not funny. So I just give up and I don't go on social media.
Yeah, I haven't been scrolling. I haven't been texting. I haven't really been doing anything.
And how good does that feel?
Highly present.
It's like a whole new world when you are not addicted to this device.
And I'm typically cute background. I'm so cute. I'm typically not addicted to it ever, really. I think I have a good relationship with the phone.
Yeah, you do have a good relationship with your phone. I remember, I don't know if you still do this, but you used to put your phone down at a certain time every night.
Now, the night, it's just because I'm checking it so much less that I don't even have to do that because I'm never on phone overload, but I don't check it in the morning still.
That's something I still need to work on.
It's so nice.
Because after 8 p.m., I won't respond because usually I'm sleeping, but I have a really hard time not checking my phone in the morning.
That's totally fine though.
I know, but I need to get better at it. Speaking of New Year's Eve, should we get into some, New Year's Eve resolutions?
Okay, let's do this. So, okay. One thing that I learned last year. Oh, let me tell you about this.
Okay.
Can we do Christmas, then the resolutions?
Yeah.
For chronological order?
Yeah, because people have an issue with your chronological order.
Yeah, people don't like my timelines.
Yeah, break down your dating timeline too while you're at it.
Oh, I'm back on TikTok, by the way. I've started responding to comments.
Dude, your TikToks are going to break the internet.
So I had a tough year last year.
Wait, why?
And people would comment, I've always had this very happy relationship with my comment section where it's just I'll double over laughing.
Yeah.
No matter what you send. Oh my God, I just get the biggest kick out of these people. Because if you type over one word to me, it's you spent time on it, and I just find it hilarious if it's mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened, through the divorce was I would read them and I just felt nothing. I felt numb towards them. And I was not good, bad, or it wasn't not good, not bad. It was indifferent. I couldn't feel anything. And then I the past 3 weeks, I'll get on there and I'll read some of the comments. And I'm just this, you guys are this is too easy to respond to. One guy was like, no, thank you. And it's you don't even need to say no, thank you because you weren't offered anything.
Also, unfollow me.
Oh my God, just keep scrolling. Get off my For You page. No, just get me off your For You page.
The best is you guys, if you hate me so much, block me.
Oh my God, no problem. I am just a couple buttons away. Some are you're so annoying. And I'm yeah, here you are.
And I love when you go to their profile and they're following you.
Oh my gosh. Or one was you deleted a video. And I'm so you followed closely enough to know, to go back and check. And I'm just I love it. I just love it.
The comment section is crazy. Someone did that to me too. They were like, you deleted XYZ, and then someone commented back, they're like, you're so obsessed you're actually following the comments she deletes. I'm like, you have no life.
I just would never notice. Like, you could get engaged and not tell me and post it on your Instagram or like TikTok, and I like might not notice.
No, literally.
Like, that's like the relationship I have with people that I follow, and it's just like, bro, just move on.
It just like makes me sad because it's like, well, not sad. It makes me feel bad for them because it's like the fact that like you have that much time on your hands. Go get a hobby.
Well, and like we know what we're putting out there. Like we're well aware. It's all good. We made the video.
Yeah.
I know what's in it. Don't care what you thought of it, and moving right along.
Yeah, I know. TikTok is really pissing me off lately, but we'll get into that.
Well, I'm kind of into it right now, but like,
oh, okay. Do you want to get into it?
I'm just like laughing. I'm just like, oh gosh, it's hilarious. So okay. Regardless of that, though, one thing that I learned last year was.
I forgot what you're talking about.
Me too. I'm like, what the heck was the point of that?
I was like, where were we again?
What were we doing? So, trusting my gut.
Yes.
Which is why I didn't go home for Christmas.
Wait, you didn't go home for Christmas in 2023?
Yes.
Okay,
the one we just had.
Because we were talking about 2022.
Yes, 2024. Yeah. So the Christmas we just had. So we're going to go Christmas and then to New Year's.
Okay, yes.
So one thing that I learned was I would always say, trust your gut. But what I realized was I spent like a lot of my life trusting my learned gut that was learned from like societal norms, but it wasn't my real gut. And last year what happened was like the two guts started fighting and I could feel it. And one was like what I'm supposed to do based on things I was told. And the other gut was like just things that Alex wanted to do. And I couldn't really reconcile it until recently. And so I started following, and it's a little harder to do because you have to dig a little deeper because you feel like you're disappointing people. It could be confused with being selfish, but saying I'm going to follow my gut that just matches like my body. And so learning to separate the two of those was the biggest thing that I learned in 2023. So I don't have any resolutions all that to say I don't have any resolutions in 2024 other than paying attention to the difference in the two.
I really like what you said about sometimes that gets mistaken for being selfish because I feel like a lot of times, and I'm going to go ahead and say like usually comes from family or sometimes friends that might be a little toxic, that when you try to do something that's good for you, they try to throw that you're just being selfish in your face. But you're like, no, this is good for me. Like, for example, you not going home for Christmas, not saying your parents said this, but a family member could have been like, that's selfish of you, but you're like, no, this is good for me. And my gut's telling me not to.
Yeah, and it was like a really hard decision to make because I wanted to go home because I've always gone home. And then I realized the closer it was coming up, it was like, I love Oklahoma and I absolutely love and adore my family, but I don't love Oklahoma right now. Not Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. I don't want to go home. There's a lot of memories there, and I'm trying to move forward right now, and I feel like I'm in a really healthy move forward place, and I want to put my energy towards that in the next chapter and getting it right and building it around like this new feeling and this new happiness and things that feel really true to myself. And for some reason, going home felt like it interrupted that. Not because of the people, not because of the place, nothing to do with it except for it takes me back to the memories and things like that. And I had to follow that because my gut that was learned says of course you go home. But my gut that's like the one that's knocking on the door talking to me was like, it's okay to not go home. Yeah. It's okay to have that relationship with it of just like, I love you guys and I love home. But this year, I need to not do it because it's healthier for me mentally. Let's talk about the one and only HelloFresh because new year, healthier you, if I do say so myself. Okay, whether your resolution is to save money, eat better, or stress less, HelloFresh is here to help you do all three. Say hello to your most delicious year yet with fresh ingredients and chef-crafted recipes at a price you'll like delivered right to your door. You guys, just for the convenience factor, it is so worth it. Each Each HelloFresh box, I'm struggling, is packed with farm fresh ingredients and everything arrives pre-portioned right to your door for less of a hassle and less wasted food. Don't let recipe boredom, which is like my biggest thing. I suffer from recipe boredom like no else.
Same. And it prevents me from eating healthy.
Exactly, because you're just like, oh, whatever, I'll just eat a snack. And it's like, no. So the good news about HelloFresh is they've got more options than ever before, and they had a lot before. Dig into their biggest menu yet with over 45 dinner options to choose from weekly and even more market add-ons that will suit any lifestyle. Okay, and here's my favorite part. I read this earlier and I loved it. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and HelloFresh agrees. In fact, they're giving all subscribers free breakfast for life.
What?
I know. That means that you'll enjoy a totally free breakfast item with every single HelloFresh delivery. Now that's worth waking up early for. Isn't that incredible?
Wait, that's amazing. And we both love breakfast so much. Like, we're going to love this.
It's unbelievable. And we're both HelloFresh advocates because we live such chaotic lives that having something delivered right to your door that's healthy and pre-portioned is priceless.
And like how fun to do with like your roommate or your partner or even on your own. It's like a little cooking activity.
Shout out, Pete. Go to HelloFresh.com/meangirl and use code MEANFREE for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. Go to HelloFresh.com/meanfree and use code MEANFREE for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/meanfree with code MEANFREE.
I can't even imagine what it would be like to go home to all of those memories. Because you and Graham spent so much of your life together doing those memories, spending Christmas together, that I have a feeling if you were to go back, you would just be sitting and like your brain would be reliving them, and that's not healthy for you right now. Like you need to start making new memories and be in a place that doesn't remind you of all of those past experiences and memories.
Totally. And I thought about, my family has a lot of traditions, and we would spend Christmas night and Christmas morning with my family. Mm-hmm. And you know, I thought about that and how I'd welcomed him and brought him into my family, and we did those traditions together, and that was a really wonderful time. And that's over, and that's never going to happen again. And I can sit here today and say that that's for the better, but it doesn't mean that that's not painful. Not that it's painful to look back on, it's just too soon.
Oh my gosh. And even if it takes you until Christmas of 2027, like too soon could be 3 years for some people.
Right.
Like there's no timeline that you need to follow.
Exactly. And I wanted, because I know the elephant in the room was like, I was with another boy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what you did for Christmas.
Yeah. So like, I think I can reconcile all of this just very honestly, because that's also what needs to happen is like, okay, so we told the first date story on here maybe a month ago.
So it was probably a month ago for us, but when the episode came out, I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So went on the first date with, we call him Mr. President.
Yes.
Went on the first date with Mr. President, and then really like fell very hard for Mr. President, I guess I would say. And I felt at first some type of way about that. And I was like, I don't deserve this yet. Mm-hmm. And whenever I posted a picture of him on my Insta story, one of my best friends texted me. And she was like, I'm so proud of you for posting that, because I know that must have been hard. And if your light is shining and you're happy, like don't dim that. Mm-hmm. And I just read that text message and I was just overwhelmed with like that was really, she didn't need to send that, but that was really kind.
Yeah.
And I'm really hard on myself right now, like around the whole scenario. Well, I am and I'm not. Actually, mainly I'm not. But like, I am kind of in the sense of, is it too soon? But then I get a lot of messages from people that say, I was in a 7-year relationship, you know, we broke up or we got divorced and I met so-and-so the next day or something. Mm-hmm. And it's just like the timing, you know, you don't get to pick your timing.
No.
And you've got no control over it. All you can do is just do the best with the timing you get.
Yeah. Also, I think it's so hard because in your world, you have been divorced or separated for like 8 months at this point. In the viewer's world, it's been like a month, 2 months since they found out. And people forget like you've lived a life before you decided to share that you and Graham were no longer together.
Right. We left Barstool in that time. I mean, a lot happened and, it took a while. And it took me a while to even do the episode because it was just so raw.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I did was, started seeing him and just, I don't know. I just like, we know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
I mean, he just makes me like so giddy. And
he's a sweetheart.
He's a real sweetheart. And he just really compliments me. And he had a long relationship and I had a long relationship. So I think with that, what you do want and what you don't want.
Yeah.
And it's just like, listen, I'm not going to fight it because I didn't get divorced to be single. Right. I got divorced because I wasn't in the right relationship.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what happened past that? I didn't know what was going to happen. So anyways, that's who I spent Christmas with.
We've confirmed on the podcast that he is the first date person, right? Well, or is this the first time?
Well, we said he was the first date person, but he wasn't actually.
But I mean, from the story you told on the podcast.
Oh, yes.
Like the Balloon Museum guy.
He is the balloon. Yes, we have not confirmed that yet. The Balloon Museum is it's all the same person. The one thing I think we do need to rectify is like he wasn't my first date post.
Correct.
Graham.
Yes.
That part was a little convoluted. Sorry about that, guys. There were other dates that I went on.
Yeah.
But he's the guy that I told as the first date story and like he's the same. Yes.
Yes.
He's the only one I've talked about.
Yes. And you guys spent Christmas in New York and it looked magical.
It was unbelievable.
And was this his first Christmas he's ever celebrated? Because he's Jewish.
He's Jewish, yeah. And so they do Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've never done like a Christmas. And he just decorated the apartment. Like he made it really sweet and fun. And it was so thoughtful. And like I had a blast.
I love that. Your TikToks, it was just like so funny to see. Not funny to see, like crazy to see. Like he just was existing in the background of them. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
It's so crazy, but I'm so like, you know me, I'm oozing over here. Like I just want real life to match all lives.
Yes.
At this moment, I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm in New York with him. That's exactly where I want to be. Like this guy lights me on fire. He lights me up. Like I really like him and I'm just going to let myself do that.
And I think after this episode, your real life will finally be able to match what like is on social media.
Totally.
It's almost like you were a piece of gum stuck to the road and someone stepped on it and just keeps walking, but like part of you is way back here still. You're ready for it to snap back.
That's such a good analogy.
That's the first thing I thought of is like you're just waiting for that gum to like snap back on that person's shoe all the way.
Yes, and part of it's my own fault because it's like I am the one with the mic, like but I feel like I was guarded in some way because I didn't want to hurt anybody.
Yes.
But now it has nothing to do. None of this has to do with Graham anymore. And it's like we love him and we honor that the best we can. But like now is the time where I move forward.
Yeah.
And it's about that now.
And the best part about this podcast is you and I sharing our real life experiences. And there's so many people listening who appreciate what you're sharing because they're going through the same or very similar things to what you've gone through or are going through right now.
Totally.
And it's so much more fun to talk to you like on camera because it's like now we can like talk about real things that are happening real time.
Totally. And it's like I have the biggest crush on somebody right now. That has nothing to do with the past now and that's okay. And it's just like allowing myself to live that reality.
Yeah.
And it's so freeing.
I love that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm back. I'm like, okay, good, we're alive.
That's exciting. So you guys spent Christmas together. It was great.
I think it was one of my favorite Christmases in a very long time.
I love that. Your apartment looks so cute.
It was so cute and cozy, and New York's magical during the holidays. Like it was, yeah. And so it was such a vibe. Okay, what about you? Give me your Christmas details.
So I went home to Florida for Christmas because my parents live there now. Pete did not come with me. A lot of people were asking that. I don't really know the right time when you should start splitting holidays. Him and I were talking. We're like, we never want to split a holiday again because it's like such a special time and it kind of sucks when someone you really care about isn't with you. But also at the same time, I think neither of us are ready to like break our parents' hearts and being like, I'm not going to be there. Because it's not like we could do both in 1 week. You know what I mean?
You're going to have to pick.
His family lives in New York. My parents live in Florida. So I don't know what next year will bring, but it was sad not spending Christmas with him.
I was wondering what you guys were going to do. So I always had a rule. And just like, I'm so done with rules, but I'll just tell you what it was. And it was that if we weren't, even when there was a ring on the finger, Graham and I still went to our respective houses. We were in Oklahoma, so we could hit them all. We still split up for Christmas. It wasn't until we were married that we spent the night at the same house.
Okay.
Now, this is the same person that, just spent Christmas with, so I've obviously totally rerouted that. But I think there's so many different ways that you can organize the holidays, and I find it fascinating. Like, I think it's so sweet that you guys did your own thing.
Yeah.
But, like, you still had your Christmas together.
Yes.
And now you're back. Like, you came back the 26th. I mean, it was just like
9 a.m. flight.
like, lands and just, like, with Pete, which I love. But I'm curious, next year, it'll be like, what are you guys going to do? And, like, you don't know.
I know. Since my family is so small, like, it's just my brother, mom, and dad, and we only do us for Christmas. I'm hoping that maybe we can do it on an off day, like on a weekend, and my brother and I can go down and celebrate. And because you know how Christmas is now going to be on like Tuesday next year?
Right.
Then we can do Christmas with his family because they live right where I live.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but I'm very much okay waiting a significant amount of time before I take that from my parents. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, I was like, I don't like that you're not with me right now.
But I love that I love the thoughtfulness around your family. Yeah,
because it's just my mom and dad and brother. It's not like some people have so many people who come in. Like Thanksgiving, it's different because it's everyone. Mm-hmm. But Christmas, if I left, it would be just my mom, dad, and brother.
And that is my brother had his fiance with him, and I honestly felt so much better about that there was and they've got family that comes over a ton, mm-hmm. and that does make such a big impact.
Yeah, like
4 versus 50.
Yeah, like that'd be, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they'd actually care, but it seems like it'd be sad.
No, I think it's really sweet of you to think about it that way.
Yeah.
Would they ever do Christmas in New York?
My mom would love to do Christmas in New York. I don't know if my dad would.
But Tracy would be down?
She loves New York. If she could, she would move to New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be an option.
Maybe. They'd have to be like, where would we stay?
Maybe like they would do a hotel.
That'd actually be so fun to do Christmas in New York. Well, you did Christmas in New York.
Oh, I'm telling you, the restaurants are so festive. Like maybe you guys, just because Pete's family is so close to here.
Yeah.
You could do like Christmas Eve with one and then.
See, that'd be so fun.
Kind of a cool.
Yeah, take one for the team, mom and dad. And my brother would probably love coming to Christmas or coming to New York.
You're not asking him to come to Idaho.
Exactly. Like he has to fly anyways. Might as well fly to New York.
Yeah, I don't know. Food for thought.
I've
always thought that would be really fun.
I love that. I'm going to consider that for next year.
Yeah.
The holidays are such a strange time because it's like you're so go from I feel like Halloween until New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And then you have really nothing.
Right.
And this is like the time in my life where I kind of start to get anxiety because I'm like, wait, life is slowing down. And for like the first 2 weeks of January, I'm always like a little anxious.
Let's talk about the first 2 weeks of January. Do you have the resolutions?
Okay, so for New Year's resolutions, I don't because I don't like resolutions. I don't know why we have to start doing something on 1/1. Mm-hmm. But I do have a goal for January.
Okay, what is it?
I'm doing dry January.
I thought. So I'm with you. Gone are the days where I'm going to be like, every day I'm going to journal. Because like, it is just, resolutions are a recipe for making a goal and not achieving it. Mm-hmm. And I think your confidence comes from making a promise to yourself and keeping it. So no. But like setting intentions or small incremental goals like a dry January, I'm all for it because you can meet that.
Yeah, every time that I've done set a long-term goal or resolution, I have failed because I just can't. I put too much pressure on myself and I'm like, I give up, I quit.
When's the last time you talked to somebody that was like, my New Year's resolution from last year was XYZ and I did it?
I don't think I've ever talked to anyone.
Like, tell me right now in December, what was your resolution for January last year? Couldn't tell you.
I mean, I had a resolution for December and I didn't even fulfill it. I made it 14 days with no candy.
Yeah, like, everyone's always like, I'm going to not gossip. And it's like, you're going to forget by February 1st that you said that.
Yeah, and I have such a 0 to 100 personality where if I make one little slip up, I just give up fully.
Yeah. And I'm all for like some thoughtful reflection. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, well, one question I like is like, who's an example of someone you got closer with last year? That's like tangible. You can quantify that and say it was this person. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, like what's one thing that would be fun, but not that I have to do it, not every day.
Or like instead of being like, I want to go to the gym 6 days a week, saying I want to be more active in 2024, like working out 3 days a week, maybe joining an intramural sports team, maybe walking 10,000 steps a day or going on a walk over lunch, like something a little less extreme.
Yeah, like I'll just go on a walk when it enters my head versus, sit and watch a TV show.
Yeah, we need to stop being so extreme as human beings.
We don't follow through with it.
Yeah, but I am doing, I'm doing dry January until January 26th because then I'm visiting Madeline.
Oh, fun.
For her birthday, and I have to drink.
Yeah, that's plenty though. Like that's perfect.
26 days?
That's fabulous.
Easy peasy.
Done. I think I love that. I love, at first with the dry January thing, I was like, I don't like extremes, but I'm all for, that's a sprint.
Yeah.
And that's not like such a long extreme. So I think that's great. If somebody ever says, I'm going to cut sugar for a month.
Yeah, I've tried that.
Not like forever. So people are like, I'm going to cut, no coffee forever. It's like, that's crazy because then you overcorrect on the other side. So I'm here for you on the January thing.
And I also, too, I kind of love doing this once a year because it really makes me appreciate wine again.
Yeah.
Because I get a little too selfish sometimes and I just start drinking. I'm like, whatever. But then I can't wait for the 26th where I have my first sip of wine again.
Exactly.
I'm just going to love it so much.
And the holidays, you drink a lot of wine, you have a lot of fun. And so it's nice. Just give the liver a break.
Yeah.
January is the perfect time.
And January's boring. Nothing is going on until I go to see Madeline because it's after the holidays, everyone's chilling.
Totally. Let's talk about OUAI, Jordyn and I's favorite and best hair care tip to date.
Do you see my hair today?
Yes.
I'm using OUAI products in it.
Okay, we're going to talk about which ones those are. And tell me really quickly, how does a good hair day make you feel? More confident?
Oh my God, if my hair looks good, my whole face, everything looks better.
Good hair, good life.
Good hair, good life.
Good brain. Because if you could have salon quality hair every day, why would you not want to?
Healthy hair, healthy brain.
Is hair gloss an easy addition to your routine? Obviously it is to yours. And tell us why you love the hair gloss and how it prevents you from having heat damage and it makes your styling better.
Well, so first of all, it makes my hair shiny. I'm not to brag, but my hair looks so shiny today.
It does look awesome.
It's because of the hair gloss and the hair gloss. If you use hot tools like myself, I use a hair dryer and a straightener on my hair. The heat protectant just protects your hair from getting burnt or damaged when you use those products. So it will be healthier long term, it will grow faster, and it will stay healthy looking. Like this.
Exactly. Your hair looks amazing.
Thank you.
I'm on the leave-in conditioner kick because my hair has been so dry and frizzy that I've been putting that in, which has been incredible. And the detox shampoo. It's my scalp feels so cleansed.
Yes, that's my favorite.
It's unbelievable. And you guys can get in on what Jordyn and I are talking about. Give your hair a glow up with OUAI. Go to TheOUAI.com and use promo code MEANGIRL for 15% off any product. Pay attention to how this is spelled. That's TheOUAI.com, promo code MEANGIRL for 15% off any product. Do you want to do the ins and outs for 2024?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go first because I don't fully understand the way we're delivering this.
On the way here, Alex and I were not Alex and I. We told Alex we were doing ins and outs for 2024 because she obviously doesn't know the trend because she doesn't go on social media. And she's like, what do you mean in and out? What does that have to be? I'm like, it could be anything.
Yeah, are we doing an item?
I was like, it could be working out. It could be doing your makeup with a sponge versus a brush. And she still maybe doesn't get it.
I think I might have it. So you go first. Let me see.
Okay, so do you want to do ins or outs first?
Ins.
Okay, so my first in for 2024 is waking up earlier.
Oh.
I started waking up an hour earlier, which I know that sounds extreme, but I'm a morning person, so I can do this.
Yeah, but you're already up early.
So I used to wake up at 7 every morning, and now I've been starting to wake up at 6 every morning. It has changed my life.
Are you doing 5?
No. I was 7, now I'm 6.
Oh,
yeah.
So we're staying at 6.
Yeah. I started doing this a month ago.
All right, I'm in on that. That's fine.
It's but like I said, I go to bed at 8 o'clock.
No, you're getting your hours. I just didn't know if we were bumping to 5.
No.
And that felt early.
Not that crazy.
Okay. No, I would support you no matter what.
And I'm not doing it for any other reason than getting an extra hour to myself. Mm-hmm. Having the extra hour where you can just make breakfast, sit with coffee, journal if you want, go for a walk if you want, scroll TikTok if you want. It's just one more hour of the day where I can just have to myself.
And you're not rushed.
And I'm not rushed.
You should add, they say you should always add the hours in the morning.
Yes. it's something I'll never regret. And I'm not going extreme. Like, I couldn't go earlier than 6. Like, then I would just be tired throughout the entire day.
No, I think it's great. And if you want to sleep in, your version of sleeping in 7:30.
Which is perfect.
That's great.
Yeah.
Plenty early.
So that's my first in for 2024.
Okay, I love that.
What's yours?
My first in is healing.
Okay.
Does this work?
What is that? Can you elaborate? Oh boy.
Like properly allowing yourself, if something happened, instead of like masking it, let yourself heal.
Okay.
Let the wound like fully heal and be okay with that, and like take the proper amount of time to do it. Even if, and do it in like your own way. Some people could view it as you're walling off, but like you're just like, no, I'm just healing. I'm in my healing era.
I love that. That works.
Okay,
Yeah.
healing it is. All right, what's your other one?
My other one is Russian manicures.
Oh, this was a big one. Okay, show us the update.
So, sorry, ignore this broken one because this is a me problem. This is me biting my nails.
Well, totally.
Yeah, during just stress. But if this one didn't exist, like the growth is very good. This is 3 weeks.
They look phenomenal.
If this didn't happen, I would probably go 3.5, maybe 4 weeks. But like my nails feel how like strong this like nail is.
So strong.
It's not like flimsy or weak.
Not at all.
My cuticles still look good. Like my nails are pretty strong. I used to go every week and a half to 2 weeks to get my nails done. If I can do this every 3 to 4 weeks, like I'll be saving money.
And takes 2 hours. Like that's worth it though.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 hour, hour and a half for every week and a half. So the timing, you're saving so much time.
I know. And I was telling Pete, I was like, part of me almost decided to go naked nails again, but I realized I'm so much more confident when I have my nails done.
I almost did naked nails and it's just not worth it.
Like, especially in our career where we're talking with our hands on camera. And I don't know about you, but when you're making a video, it's so much more fun when they have fun nails.
It's just, yes, I always toy with it. I'm like, I'll go ahead and do and I'm not nearly as happy without a manicure.
And then you can go like this and like...
And when you get dressed up, you feel fully dressed with a manicure. I totally agree.
Wear rings.
Yes.
Yeah. What's yours?
Okay, less structure.
Oh.
So my mornings used to be like wake up, coffee, journal, read, workout, eat breakfast, and and my day, I know it sounds crazy, but like was actually very structured and blocked. Mm-hmm. I'm inherently a little chaotic. I'm happier when I am, and I need to let that part of me go. Because when I start to box myself in, I can feel it. So just less structure. Like you don't have to, if you work out once 1 week, that's all you got in, girl. And that's all right. Let's just move right along. Like, because it used to be the more structure I had, if I didn't hit those boxes, I'd be mad at myself. If there's no boxes and we just do the best we can, then we're okay and we're a lot nicer to ourselves.
And I feel like you are a version of yourself with less structure. Like I've seen you try to be very structured and you like start to ooze out. Like usually, like it's like when you get put into a box, like you almost can see yourself like oozing out because it's like breaking you.
Yeah, I'm not that person, and so I just need to let myself be. It was part of realizing who Alex is with nobody else, and it was like, look, you're just not that structured.
Yeah, I love that.
All right, so now we do the outs?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to do your first out or do you want me to do my first out?
You do your first out.
Okay, so my first out.
Oh boy, I feel like this is, what is it?
TikTok shop and TikTok.
You don't like the shop thing. I haven't even seen it, so I saw your video on it and thought it was very funny.
I know.
Because you were like, if I wanted to shop, I'd go shopping. And I was like, nope. I mean, I don't even need to know the rest to know that makes sense.
When you sent me my TikTok, I was like, in what world have you ever watched a TikTok I posted?
I had something like loading, and so it was playing, and then you were like, if I wanted to shop, I would go shop. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
It pisses me off. It's like the only things so I used to use TikTok fully as like a happy place. Like I would go on, I'd watch my mom talks, I'd watch puppy videos, people doing nails, hair, like I would use it as like a stress reliever. And now all it is, it's like QVC on your phone. It's constantly people just selling me stuff. And it's an ad every single time you scroll.
That's not fun.
No, and they incentivize users to use it because like their videos will blow up, which is great, but it's like I'm not going to follow anyone. Just because your video blows up doesn't mean I'm going to follow you. Like I don't want to follow a QVC shopper person on TikTok. Like, I don't want to go on TikTok to buy stuff. I will literally just go on the website, the internet, and buy stuff if I want to buy stuff.
Well, it feels like it's removing the creativity out of it.
It is.
Which is like what made it so big. People loved it.
Yeah, it's not, I don't feel like it's an app for creators anymore. I feel like it's an app for businesses to sell stuff to us.
Yeah, I have a question about something else that you've mentioned.
You may.
What's going on with Mom Talk?
Like the moms on TikTok?
What, you're on Mom Talk?
I love Mom Talk.
What is it? Like, what is it? Like,
so it's literally these moms just like doing day in the life of them and their families, but it's so peaceful. Like they'll wake up early, drink coffee, get their kids ready for bed, and then they'll like hang out and like do other things during the day. And I don't know, it's just like this one girl is day in the life of a New York City mom, and it's just like fascinating to see what she does all day.
send me that.
I will.
Wait, fun.
It's like I could watch it for hours.
And isn't the way TikTok works like you can get on certain talks?
I'm on Mom Talk.
So you're on Mom Talk, and then you can get on what are the other talks? Like
Prison Talk.
yeah, there's all these like, and that's just being on the feed of, and you're getting fed more videos like that.
Yeah.
Because it's the talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, it's just like this mom who I just like, she's so peaceful.
You've got to send me a video.
I will. She's really cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, my out is lots of makeup.
I love that.
Yeah. One for like time saving sake. So I've realized like you used to do this, but I love getting ready. Mm-hmm. But I don't need to sit there and like do my makeup forever because that just doesn't, I don't know. But I do kind of like just meandering around. Like I'll put on a good playlist and I'll like sit and scroll for a second and then I'll like do some makeup and then I'll think about the outfit. And it's just this very leisurely.
Well, dilly-dally.
Dilly-dally. And I've started to love it honestly kind of around this like dating era thing because it's like we'll have a fun dinner planned and then I'll just block an hour and a half, 2 hours before it, go back, like shower, chill. And I'm in such a more peaceful headspace and like my clothes are organized.
I love that.
So kind of just with that is like less makeup, but more get ready time.
Someone, I don't know who it was, coined like the new, like what's in right now for makeup is no mascara.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so it's like full face, but no mascara.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
I have to dye my eyebrows to do that, but I dye them anyway, or my eyelashes, because they're so blonde that I look like I don't have any.
Yeah.
But if I have them dyed, like day 1, 2, 3, 4 of eyelash dye day, I can totally do it.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten an eyelash tint or lash lift?
Yes. So I got a lash lift and a lash tint, but they're expensive.
Yes.
And it just wasn't so much better than my like $15 dye that lasts me like 6 months.
Do you have mascara on right now?
Yes.
Okay. But that's like, I've always thought of you as like a very minimal, like, because you sometimes rock the no mascara look.
Yeah, a lot of times I do. But it's just like less is more, and I would sit there and try my makeup for an hour, and it's like you don't look any different than you did if you tried for 10 minutes, so less makeup.
Literally. I love that. I really like that.
Thank you.
My last one is, it's not like that great, but it's hard alcohol. Like, I'm done with it. I just literally want to drink wine.
I'm a wine and champagner.
Yeah, and Prosecco, champagne. Like, I just don't want it. It gives me severe heartburn. I've been taking heartburn pills like every day. I don't want tequila because it gives me heartburn.
Yeah, I am fully aligned with you on this one. I think I had maybe hard alcohol one time. I had one espresso martini in December.
Yeah.
But now I had tons of wine and champagne. Mm-hmm. But that to me, the hangover's less. It actually tastes good.
I love the taste of wine.
You know, like that I can really get behind, and it's just not so hard. It's called hard for a reason. Like hard alcohol. We're soft alcohol people. Just want to sip on some wine.
Wait, is hard alcohol actually called hard alcohol for that reason?
I have no idea. Let's Google it. But I would imagine like hard alcohol just feels so intense.
It is intense, and I don't want it.
Maybe it's like a certain.
It's called hard alcohol for a reason.
I think it might be a certain amount of alcohol percentage. Why is it called hard alcohol?
You have your last out too.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. They're the liquors that contain significantly more alcohol, in parentheses, ethanol than other alcoholic drinks. They are considered harder.
Okay.
Well, don't want to put ethanol in my body, especially hard amounts of it.
We're going to get so many DMs. People will be like, well, do you know what's in wine and champagne?
Yeah, let me guess. You also do a bunch of other unhealthy stuff. That's that Diet Coke. What do you think there's ethanol in that?
Literally, that's what they're going to say.
There probably is ethanol in that. Let me see.
And I'm wearing a Coke sweatshirt, or Diet Coke, like the drink sweatshirt. Alex gave this to me.
Oh, and I have my necklace on. We should have done a video.
We should have.
Is there ethanol in Diet Coke?
I'm sure there is.
Low concentrations of ethanol may be present. Oh, non-alcoholic. Oh, no. No, there's not. Good for us.
Okay.
My last out it's like repetitive, but it's like less working out. But
Okay.
that's sort of in line with less structure. So kind of all the same wheelhouse.
Okay, I love that.
I try to think of another one on the fly, but I can't.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
I thought of my other out.
Oh,
Out are really grungy sweatsuits around the house. I'm trying to make those a little bit still very grungy. I know, grungy and comfy, but maybe not the same sweatsuit every day. It's just I wear the same one.
You know I have a problem wearing the exact same sweatshirt every day.
But I think that's okay.
Okay.
But my around the house ones, like I was just going to elevate them slightly.
Okay.
I don't even know if I believe it.
I will say, and I can say this because Skims sponsors us, I just got the Skims boyfriend sweat set. Oh my God, it's so comfortable.
Really?
It's like, so it's like they have like long sleeve shirts, like boxers and like sweatpants, but they're like actual boyfriends, like what boys would wear, but in female versions. And they're so comfortable.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I bought it for myself for Christmas. One of the many presents I got myself.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
They're so soft. I'll show you after. I'm obsessed. They even have like the little like pee hole that guys have, and like the band.
Oh, it's like a real life.
It's like a real life, but it's like woman material. So it's like what men wear. Like think of boxer briefs, but instead of that harder material they wear, it's like on this beautifully soft cotton, whatever Skims use.
Does it fit cute?
Well, it's like it'd be like you borrowing it from your boyfriend.
Okay, so it's and you wear it around the house.
Yeah, like if I wore it out, people would be like, "That's 3 sizes too big for you."
That's for a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want you to send it to me.
I will. It's so freaking comfortable. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You got to explain the zodiac signs equal how guys pull their balls to me.
Okay. So somebody DM'd this to me. My cousin did. I read it wrong when I typed it out.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it's this meme says, F your zodiac sign. How do you position your meat? And there's option A and there's option B.
Okay.
And there's, 6,000 comments because some guys are like, I tuck and I tie, which I don't understand.
Hi.
So that they can either like pull it to the left,
Okay.
pull it to the right, or pull one part up and leave the balls down. And it's like, how do you, when you're walking around freely, how do they like to have their situation set up?
Ooh, that's a good question too. Because what if they're a grower versus a shower, or a shower versus a grower?
Right. So it's like, do you let them hang, and some people tuck them up, and it's just something that I never thought about at all. But apparently, guys think about it all the time.
Can I see that picture?
So yeah, option B is it's tucked up. Option A is it just hangs. Some tuck them to the left, some do the right, some do half up, half down, some do all down. I never even knew that was like going on. I never knew that was a thing.
I feel like I'd be a push up. I feel like I'd be option B, push up. I feel like if it was to the left or the right, it'd like bother me touching my pelvic area.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want it to go all the way down. Because that just feels annoying. I would do half. Yeah, I'm with you. I would do option A, which is 1 up and 2 down.
I'm gonna ask Pete that.
Yeah.
Did you ask Mr. President?
No, I'll ask. We should ask him right now.
He'd be like, what?
Please circle A or B and report back. They'd be like, where'd you guys get that?
He's always like, are you gonna talk about this in the pod? I'm like, no.
No, but I might lightly bring it up.
Yeah, if you're a guy, tell us if you're how you tuck it, or
yeah, how do you position your meat? Wait, what does it say? Yeah, F your zodiac sign. How do y'all position your meat?
Yeah.
Maybe that tells you everything you need to know. And then the guy that retweeted it said there's only one correct answer. But I read the comments and there's like multiple correct answers. So I don't know. It's a house divided.
Well, yeah, because think about like size and width and girth. I think those are the same things. And like shower, grower, all that. Like they're, yeah.
Totally. I have no idea.
Wow. Fascinating. I'm learning so much about the male genitalia this year.
I know. It's just things that I never knew they were thinking about.
Yeah.
Had to think about.
No, like that's actually so funny because I feel like guys think that about girls. They're like, I never even thought about that. But there's so many things for guys too where I'm like, I didn't even think about that.
Right, like we have our period and like, yeah, they don't think about that, but it's like, I never one time thought about that.
The other day, I was getting my eyelashes refilled. Like you have to get them refilled every 2 to 3 weeks. And Pete texted me because I was like, I have an eyelash appointment. He's like, can you show me your real eyelashes when you get them taken off? And I was like, what? I was like, I'm not getting my eyelashes taken off. He's like, wait, so when you go to those appointments, they don't just like wipe your eyelashes off and put new ones on? He thought that like I would go, they would like wipe them off and like just like stick a new pair on.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, no, they don't ever take them off unless I'm like getting them removed. And then I told Madeline that and she asked her boyfriend that. And he's like, well, he was on Pete's side. He was like, well, yeah, don't they just like wipe your eyelashes off and remove them?
Oh my God. But I can so see how they would think that.
I'm like, there's so many like things boys have no idea about that girls do.
No idea. And it's like, I could see though, like, why would they think that they were leaving your other eyelashes on? Why would you go get extensions?
And
they are.
Why wouldn't they just stick them on?
Well, that would make no sense.
Why would they glue them individually for every little piece?
Why wouldn't they just wipe off those and slap new ones on? And it's like, well, I went to get a manicure yesterday and Mr. President came with me and, he's like, how long? And so I asked the girl, because sometimes it varies. And she's like, hour 20, hour 30 maybe. He's like, all right, I'll be back in 15. And I was like, 15 minutes overall? And he's like, yeah, because if it takes 20. And I was like, no, hour 20. And he's like, why would you sit there for an hour 20 and get your nails done ever? And it's like, oh, of course you would.
Boy, if life was that easy.
Oh, but what does a guy do that takes an hour? Like their haircuts are 20 minutes.
Not even, yeah.
They shower, if they shower, 5 minutes. Like they shave 10 minutes. Like we're getting eyelash extensions. This was another one. What time's your hair appointment tomorrow? 10:30. What time's it over? 2:30, 3:30. Mind blown. He's like, huh? I'm like, color, cut, dry, shampoo, tone. Can't even.
I said that to Pete and he goes, you sit at the hair salon for 3 to 4 hours? I was like, yeah. Every girl pretty much does if they get their hair colored and cut.
I wonder, like, there's nothing a guy does that takes this long.
Man, I have no idea what we have to maintain to look beautiful.
And they like don't even get their teeth whitened because they don't really need to.
I don't know what would...
We get Botox, they don't.
Nope.
They go to the gym, kind of, but we go the same amount of time.
Yeah.
They take less time getting dressed. They don't wear makeup.
And you know what's funny? Men still seem like they don't have enough time in the day compared to us.
Oh, I don't know. I'm starting to get jealous of some guys. Because I feel like they got way more time. And I'm like, think about all the shit that I got to do.
No, that's what I mean. They don't like act like they have any more time. Like, was your mom, dad like this? Like growing up, my dad always made it seem like he had a busier schedule than my mom. And my mom was like, I have to like get ready, change the diapers, clean. And my dad's like, well, I have to work out and shower.
I pay the bills.
No, literally.
That one I heard a lot. I'm just like, okay, if I had $1.
And like my brother's the same way. He's like, oh, I don't have time. I'm like, Colton, I have to do 50 more things than you and I have time to do this. How do you not have time? And they're like boy, time management I don't get it.
Okay, see, I feel the opposite where like, I feel like guys, maybe this is skewed because of recently, but I feel like someone's got infinitely more amount of time in the day than I do and gets so much done where I'm like, whoa, I can't even possibly do any of that. I don't know why, and I've actually felt very overwhelmed about that recently.
That's because you're I don't know, can I say dating?
Yeah.
That's because you're dating a type A person.
Who like is I'm dating like a highly efficient person.
That's how
I'm
I feel about you.
Yeah, I'm like, you're telling me you did all that in an hour? Like I can, and it just, to me, it feels like a mountain. To him, he's like, there was no incline.
That's
and I'm
because
like,
you have ADHD. And he doesn't.
Opposite of, he like sees a task and he's like, okay, of course I would just do it like this, done. And I'm like,
you're like, huh?
Oh my God, I just want to cry.
That's so funny. Dating, like when you have different efficiency levels with someone, it's like so funny.
Yeah.
Like that's like me and my brother. He's so much smarter than me, but I'm more efficient than he is. And I'm like, what? I'm like, but you were a chemical engineer by background. I got a communications degree.
And I just did that very quickly. And he's like, I can't possibly compute how that would happen in that amount of time.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Wait, can we say that we are going on a triple date?
Oh, yeah, I think we totally can.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. When this episode has come out, it's already happened, but
Only like 3 days before, though.
Yeah.
Because we're recording this, in a timely manner.
Oh my God, yeah, this episode comes out on Monday and we're going on a double date on Thursday.
Yeah, so it's like very soon.
I'm so excited.
Me too, I can't wait.
Because I've met Mr. President, but like we haven't really hung out.
No, but he really loves you.
I love him. He's so sweet. He's like fascinating.
Yes, a big thinker, but like in a really funny way.
And like he does so many cool things where I would have endless things to talk to him about.
Totally.
Like I'm really pumped. And then the two other people that are coming, I haven't really met her boyfriend, but she is the sweetest thing in the world.
Yeah, Sammy the stylist.
So excited.
She's so sweet. Yeah, so that'll be really fun.
That will be really fun. Let's see what we have time for. Should we do a listener question or therapy tip of the week?
Either.
Like I feel like one of the biggest questions we always get is how to like stay in the honeymoon phase of your relationship or how to keep things spicy or alive. And Pete and I have only been dating for 4 months, so I can't really give it like too much of advice, but I feel like what I've heard from people is always keep dating your partner. Mm-hmm. And for me, I think too, always doing the small things for your partner.
Like?
For example, like if you're a guy, get your girlfriend flowers on a random day. Mm-hmm. Write a little note before you leave in the morning. Like the other day, like 2 weeks ago, Pete cannot sleep. He's like you. He like just does not sleep. So he went on a work trip and I was going to Chicago. So I didn't sneak into his apartment. I have a key, but I like
snuck in.
I made him like a sleep kit to help him sleep better and like wrote him a note. And like, I know, I just like put it on his bed and had like different things. And I was like, just like little things like that.
That's so nice.
But he does that for me too. He'll just like write me a letter or he'll like get me buy me flowers randomly. Just like little things like that.
Okay, well, I think something that's really cute about that is, so you might be thinking you want him to keep dating you.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is you're thinking, how do I keep dating him as well?
I want to constantly woo him.
Yeah, and so it's not so, you're not only thinking about receiving, you're not actually worried about that, I don't think.
No.
And you're focused on you giving, and he's doing the same.
Yeah.
So it's like a really thoughtful circle.
Yeah, and one of our not New Year's resolutions, one of our goals for our relationship is one night a week, have a date night. And it doesn't mean we have to like go out and like spend a ton of money. It could be just like him and I putting our phones down and playing a card game.
Love it.
Because I feel like what happens in a relationship, at least this is like what happened in my 5-year relationship, life goes by, you start to coexist next to one another. Next thing you know, you're like, I haven't really had a meaningful conversation with you in 3 weeks. Like, what's up?
Right. Like, what are you up to? What are you doing?
Yeah. So I think just to be very intentional and to always like it doesn't matter if you've been together for 10 years, like treat that person like you're constantly trying to like impress them and woo them.
You know, one thing my dad always shocks me on, like he was in Vegas the other day and he sent me this picture of like some wallet he wanted to get my mom. And I was just like, that's just randomly really nice of you. But I'm accustomed to that with my dad because he's always getting her something or thinking of ways to make her something. And I'm like, you guys have been married for 35 years, so it's sweet that he still dates her. And I love having that like role model. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm like, cute.
I know, I always think about like the happiest relationships. And there's this one where they've been together, oh God, maybe like 35, 40 years. And they always would have like little like pizza and wine nights and during the weekday. I don't know, they would like play cards together all the time. Like just like really cute things that they would do together.
I think that is...
Which is so cute.
It's so fun. And to just be like spontaneous and say like, hey, today, guess what? You're not going to work.
Yeah.
Guess what we're doing? And it's like something random.
Spontaneity.
Yeah, it keeps it alive.
I feel like Mr. President's going to be really good with spontaneity.
It's almost too good. I'm just like, we're doing what?
Yeah, you did, what do you call that?
An airboat?
Yes.
It was so fun. I saw an alligator.
Did you die? I was
freaking out.
I would cry.
Freaking out.
But that's so fun, like 3 o'clock on a...
And that's just, he's like, oh, I'm doing this. He told me after Miami, which I loved, because we went to these really cool dinners and, you know, he loves, the best part about him is he has to have laptop time, we call it, for like 6 hours a day. So like
I love that.
I'm like more efficient than ever. But on the other side of that, he's like, all right, laptop up. Here's what we're going to do. And he told me at the end, he was like, I didn't do anything this trip that I wasn't going to do anyways, but it's so much more fun doing it with you. But I'm like, so you're just this spontaneous? And he's like, I think that's how life should be lived.
You know what? There's something I really, not that he's so much older, but like there's something I really appreciate about like someone in their 30s. They are just so, I think they just know how to spend their time so much better.
Yes. And he said, he had the corporate job where he's like, I made a lot of money and it was structured and I knew what my trajectory of life looked like. And when I think he was like 25 or 26, he was like, I realized then like that wasn't going to make me happy. And so he's like, I pivoted. And now him being 34, it's like he's reaped the benefits of that pivot, because you kind of have to go in the trenches for a second when you make a pivot. So it's nice to see like a thoughtful, him saying, this doesn't work for me. So I'm going to change it. And now he's like, okay, I've changed it and I'm bearing the fruit of it. And I think it's a really cool thing. Like that kind of shows his age. And so it's cool to see if you do set yourself up for what you want in life, it does work out.
I love that.
And you can be happy.
I'm excited to hang out with him tomorrow. I'm excited to sit with him tomorrow.
I can't wait. You can't sit with us.
Okay, well, we love you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm Alex Bennett.
And I'm Jordyn Woodruff. So, AB, do what you do best.
If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Stay connected with us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Snapchat at @MeanGirlPod. Podcast plus social artwork and post-production by Creative Evolution Studios. Theme song to the Mean Girl Pod performed by Sergi Asbel. Mean Girl Pod, we're your besties in your ear. New episodes every Monday.